YouTube, we're going to take you along on a little bit of an adventure, a little bit of education day today. This is lettering. So here in northern New York, last night we had close to frost. The night before we had, they were calling for hard frost. I would not call it hard frost. I would say hard frost happens when everywhere you go there's frost. It was more patchy. There was definitely frost in places that was some significant, but it wasn't the kind of frost anyway that makes, you know, all the leaves start falling right away and all of that. So we're going to go on the road. We're going to do a lettering job and kind of talk you through that. And at the same time, I felt like, you know what, especially for any of you folks that are in the South, you don't get to see this, and what we're watching every day is a change of seasons, and it just gets gorgeous. Reds, oranges, yellows, the maple trees just get brilliant, and we're at what I call the peak. Some people call it peak when everything has changed. I like it when it's in process. For me, that's the peak, or the best, I should say. When you still have green mixed in with it, it's just gorgeous. So come along. Went through this process before, but this is just an opportunity to go over it again, show you what we do, and if you see some things we could improve on, we certainly welcome that. So I always start with a line. I go about the pencil width below, kind of calculate that. I'm lining everything up with the other letters. Obviously, sharper your pencil, the easier it is to get it right. Today I have pre-cut most of my stencils at home, because a lot of these are ones that we have already done. They're on the computer, so, which is nice. That saves us time. We do have a cutter, of course, with us. I want to match my distance on the right if I can, which is 11/16. So I'll mark that from the edge. (11/16) right there. I do not have a triangle. I should. It's a good way of doing it. I've done it at times, but I don't know. You just get in a habit of with what you do. I like to pre-peel my numbers out, my letters. I don't have a good reason for it, except that I can see where my numbers are at, and that really is my reasoning. I had a friend the other day stop at a cemetery. He was putting his dad's death date on, and he said, I always wondered how this was done, couldn't quite picture it all, and it took me a long time to realize that I had, being self-taught, that I had acquired a skill and that I had become a professional at what I do. Do I always do it perfectly? No, I do not. When I'm putting stencil on, I just lightly tap it in place. I don't want to just do it solid, because I might have to make some adjustments. There it is. Now I can fill my one back in. I will glue around my edges.
Hang on, my lady. Oh, not too bad.
Glue is flammable, but you can help speed up the drying. But I don't recommend everything I practice.
For one monument guy, who knows how flammable glue is.
I would be careful doing that, because my brother, old Lefty,
He was old righty, but he ain't anymore.
Oh dear. Sorry, oops.
It's gone now.
Goes my blade. We like these and we don't like them. The blades, it's hard to tighten them down, and there's different ways of doing it. Put it in a crack, sometimes that helps to tighten it down. All right, so I'm masking off the stone. We try to save as much extra stencil as we can that's still usable. Otherwise, you've got to spend money on duct tape, which is not the end of the world, but masking off the edges with stencil is just good use of what you got. The other thing I do where stencil one comes up on another is I'll just make a little cut right there, and that kind of seals that gap. It doesn't let air get under. That's where the problem comes in when you're sandblasting. All right, I think we're ready to sandblast. We're going to set this off over at the edge of the woods and get set up to blast it. I put just a little bit of clear highlight in the letters. Helps darken them up. If you've listened to us, we don't do paint. This has nothing to do with preserving them. It's just to boost how they look at first appearance. So, and I always try to do what's already been done. If I go to a stone that has been painted, I will do the death date with paint. But most of the time, it's just a little bit of highlight, or it's clear acrylic.
Now we're going to take that down there and put it back after we clean it.
We're going to peel it and let the stuff dry a little bit, clean it, put it back.